Greetings! My name's Rurik, and I come from a dangerous and ancient line of dwarves, sworn to order and control. As a seraph, I've taken a vow to a god that helps me channel sacred arcane power to keep my party on their feet. I may not know where fate will guide me now, but by the time the earth takes me, they'll be singing my story across the world.
Hello. The name's Scratch. I'm a swashbuckling seaborn Qatari with a devil-may-care attitude. As a rogue, I've experience with sidestepping the law, dealing with the underbelly of a city, preferring to move quickly and fight quietly. Which, if you aren't careful, can get you in a load of trouble, banished from your home and left to wander the seas. But where's life without a little bit of risk?
I'm Tuyet Frostmart, a wild-born fairy ranger. As a ranger, my keen eyes and graceful haste make me indispensable in tracking down enemies and navigating the wilds with my companion, a phoenix named Issa. My rebelliously positive attitude may seem naive or innocent at times, but it is founded in the knowledge that sorrow is inevitable, but joy is worth the choice.
Hi! I'm Kiku, a seaborn ribbit. As a newly discovered sorcerer, I'm formed and shaped by the will of the arcane, and learning how to wield that power to get what I want. Not sure what that is yet, but my first teacher set me on a path of understanding. Now, with my love of the stars, I set out to discover what this world has to offer, and I hope it's a lot.
Hi, the name's Radani, aka Rain. I'm a Daemon Wanderborn. As a druid, I am a force of nature, preserving the balance of life and death by channeling the wilds themselves through me. I will act as nature's voice and be their steward. Right after this nap.
I am Tenzin, a fawn from the tall snowy peaks at the crown of the world. As a warrior, I run into battle without hesitation or caution, knowing I can strike down whatever enemy may stand in my path. I have been trained to keep focused even amidst the most chaotic of storms, and I have personally sworn to protect the innocent, ensuring that what happened to my son will never again happen to any child on my watch.
Hello, what is up, geeks? Happy time zone to you. My name is Shauna, pronouns she, they.
My name is Travis, pronouns he, him.
My name is Matt, pronouns he, him.
What?
Who?
I don't know! That
What
just
happened?
threw me off! I was looking at the Twitch stream and I went, whoa, those cameras are wrong. Oh wait, that's me!
Maybe?
Oh, Matt's been in the
Make a
exact
note
same
of-
position the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, we're alive!
Hey, guess what? It's a live thing, friends.
Happy April Fools!
There we go.
Us
Technical
prepared?
difficulties. What?
Oh,
I looked over at that screen and I was like, because I
Yeah.
was gonna mute the stream and I went, whoa, that's not right. And Matt was like cut off, his whole head is cut off except for like this much and is not in the right position. And Travis is like off the screen. I was like,
friends, we come staggering in here.
Yeah! Totally planned!
Amanda, go ahead and finish our
I don't know what
intros.
I'm saying anymore. What am I saying? Hi, Amanda.
Intros.
What's our intro?
Pronouns.
Ah,
Pronouns?
Pronouns she, her. There you go. Got
Good.
it. I'm
Hey
tired.
guys. So, aren't we all?
Connor Joe.
Joe.
Hey
Connor.
guys, I'm Connor. Pronouns he him.
Wow,
Nailed
we
it.
did
Really
it.
well done today, guys.
Wow,
Great stream.
guys.
All right, later. No, just kidding.
We'll see you in
Thanks,
2 weeks.
guys.
I
See you
mean,
guys next week.
Welcome to supporting roles. Right? Okay. We are connected. We're situated. Everybody's where we need to be.
Prayers to the
Hopefully.
internet gods.
There it is.
Wi-Fi.
Thank you guys
All
so
hail
much
the
for joining
Wi-Fi.
us, and welcome to supporting roles. Tonight we're playing some Daggerheart open beta.
Open
woohoo,
beta!
so excited! With this new group, this new table, we're starting a new story. Well, we started last session, and I'm gonna throw every single person here on the spot and say, what do you remember of the last session? What should people know about this story?
Well, you met all of us.
Uh-huh.
And there was a creature that was drugged into the village in a box.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a creature. No, it was a plant. It was a plant.
It's a
That's
plant.
what it was.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I'm skimming notes right now. Okay.
You're doing great.
And Tiet tried to talk to it. Kiku did an Arcana check. There was a lot of checks that went on of different people's skill sets. But it kept telling Tiet that it needed help, and there was some other voice saying it was hungry, very hungry. Rourke sensed a magic oppression on it. I think that was everybody who did something like that stuff. And so we followed Thalen. Yeah, Thalen.
Thalen
Yeah.
Greenbow.
Yeah. We followed him out and into the outside, the farmlands, and saw more of this kind of issues. And he gave us some directions, which were a list of directions that I wrote down. I am very certain. Actually, my character might remember them.
Does anyone remember?
Oh yeah, I have them written.
Or
I have them written down.
Sure. Well, I'm just curious if anybody else wants to chime in, or do you know why you have to go to this place?
Yeah, we're looking for the druid.
Yeah, we're fighting the druid.
Nice.
The
Okay.
druid will cure the plants and help the world.
Yep.
It
The-
sounded
Woo.
fun.
The
The
circle
druid's
of the
cure
siren
of the
horizon.
the necrofancy.
The
Necrofancy.
necrofancy. Yes,
The necrofancy.
yes. As
Yep,
we
yep,
learned.
Wow.
We were
I do
attacked
not
by a
remember the
corrupted
actual
boar.
directions off the top of my head.
Yeah.
but That's Tuyet's job.
Yes.
Wait, what am I doing? What's my job?
Your
North-
job is to give us directions as to where we're supposed to be headed.
Facts.
North into Whispering Wilds, to the Veil Pitched River, across the river, through the woods. Never mind. Not too far off, you'll see a boulder looking like a fish jumping out of the water. Take a day
Yes.
and head into the Crystal Hollow, a cavern-like system. It should empty out into a grove where the druids reside. And
Very
then
nice.
Tuyet gave Scratch some fruit leathers.
And that's why she's our druid.
That was my
or
net.
our ranger, not our druid.
I hope I'm
That's why
not the
she's our
druid because we
ranger.
got a problem.
And as Kiku had said, you guys kind of got attacked while out in the wilds as you had started this journey to
Kind of.
traverse.
Pretty
Most definitely
pretty
did.
brutal boar.
Some
Yeah.
of you kind of got attacked. Some of you got attacked.
Guys, all you gotta do is stay in the trees. Come on. Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes. You're set. Why? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Huzzah!
When after defeating the boar, we found that there was a bite mark on the ear that looked like it came from a different creature.
Mm-hmm.
And it had some
Yeah.
sort of infection and corruption a la Princess
It was
Mononoke,
green and
and it was
oozy a little
very,
bit.
very awesome.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing like these like green veins coming off of this boar, and around
Almost-
the eyes kind of thing is where you saw it happen.
Didn't one of us almost get poisoned?
You did.
I thought you
That
were
wa-
poisoned.
That was me?
You were
You
poisoned.
were poisoned.
It wasn't almost. You
Yeah,
were.
it wasn't almost.
No.
It was the like quills or something that like.
It's
Mhm.
fine. I've also got scurvy, and I'm
Oh.
alright.
Hold.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
Joe is not coming through sound-wise on Twitch.
Okay.
Mm.
That
So
makes
sorry for
sense.
technical difficulties. Thank you.
That's okay.
Please
for
hold.
letting
Getting
us
it
know.
together, friends. We are
Hey,
making
it's
sure
just-
that this is happening. While
if
this
we-
is happening, I have a few things as a GM on my end that I have to do at the end of / beginning of every session, which is, since we ended last session with a combat, you guys had used all of your action. Yes.
Sorry. Apparently it's on YouTube. Joe, can you talk and let me see if I can hear you on Twitch?
I'm talking. I'm.
Hang on. I need to mute Zoom so I can hear.
Yeah.
Give me just a moment.
My microphone is not showing up as one of the possible things that I can make.
So you're good on Zoom, or not on Zoom. You're good on Twitch, but
Good.
But not on
it's
YouTube.
YouTube
That's
that's
an
not
issue.
working, which
Oh,
I don't
interesting.
usually mod. So I'll go over there and look.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah, it's not.
Awkward. Do you have like a mic to? There's your option. If you remember. Okay.
Okay, that was weird.
As
'cause
I was saying,
cut was in on YouTube for half a second and then disappeared.
oh,
Joe,
give me a second.
Joe's mic is working on YouTube. Was working briefly.
Hang on, Joe. Because your mic was working briefly. The Yeti was working briefly on YouTube. Friends, this is how we do here, you know?
It's a live show. Ain't no more proof than this.
Wait. Hey, do you got me?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Damn.
Try again.
It says Yeti stereo microphone. It's an option for me now. And there it is. It's there.
Great.
It's working. I'm working. It says we're good on my end.
Any friends in the chat want to tell us if it's working? Good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
great.
I don't know what it was, but
Hey.
it's
Just a thing today.
Default.
We just
Guys-
have to have a few little...
Guys, just a
Listen.
reminder that
That's what
just
he's
like
doing.
Daggerheart by Darrington Press,
Okay,
this is
here-
open beta for us too.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Here's the problem. What I was trying to convey to you is the YouTube is like a good 30 seconds behind.
Yeah,
So I
sure.
have to wait to see
Yeah.
if it's you
Oh, I
or
get it,
not.
I
And
get
was
it.
like,
Understood.
so I think, let me just,
I think we're good.
I think
Everybody
we're good.
check in the chat. Tell us if you can hear us. That would be great. As I was saying before, we ended with a combat, and you guys used a lot of actions and things, which I get to then use for my adversaries and things. However, if I don't use the actions that are on the action tracker, every 2 of those actions become 1 fear for me. So looking back at what we had 4 actions left on the action tracker that weren't used. So I'm showing everybody right now. I'm just taking 2 fear that will be on my side. As for the hope that you guys have, the stress you guys have, the hit points that were marked off during all of this, those are still in play. And we can get to some downtime where you might be able to remedy some of those ailments that you might have. So, with that in mind, whew, okay, feeling good. Okay, with that in mind, I have nothing. I don't have a party name to call you lot yet. So y'all, what would you like to do? It is deep within, not deep within the night, but it is now nighttime as you have finished eating and this boar had attacked. You have taken care of, you moved the boar away from this area. That was one of the things that I remember you guys doing when you last left off. And I'm just curious as to what the plan is from here on out.
Well, I'm
I suppose
tired.
we should settle down, get rest. I know I'm feeling a little battered.
Same.
Yes.
Fine.
Well, not
Good.
all of us can be as wonderfully no,
She's
I
just
lost it.
wrapping up her
I'm
rope.
tired. I'm tired. I lost it. I'm going over here.
Scratch is just
It would be
covered
good to
in
rest.
gross,
Do you need
like,
help?
I need a
Look,
bath.
I
Armors can be delivered to me. I'll fix them up real nice. I'm pretty good at that.
Oh, thank you.
As long as everybody else is willing to pitch in somehow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone clean him.
excellent. So are we taking a short rest or a long rest, friends?
Oh, long,
Sleep.
please.
Sleep.
We were
Slept.
for a long rest,
Slept,
didn't we?
please.
I'm a bit poisoned. I'd like a nap.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not asking the players.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
asking the characters.
Both.
All right, friends.
Both.
Both
in
is
that
good.
Case,
Both is good.
in that case, when it comes to a long rest, you guys are able to look at your domain cards. You can swap things out if you so choose, and you can choose up to 2 options from this list. You can tend to wounds, yours and other allies, making sure that all of those marked hit points are removed. You can clear stress. Describe how you guys would actually kind of calm yourself down, and you can mark all of those stress as cleared. You can repair armor so that armor slots can be brought back up for yourself or an ally. You can also prepare. If you prepare for the next day's adventure, you gain 1 hope. If you prepare with 1 or more party members, you may each take 2 hope. So something to think about if you want to tag team. And you can also, within a long rest time, establish or work on any sort of continued project that you would like. So, what are we all doing within our long rest?
I just need to knock off some stress, and then I can help with anyone else needs armor or health, because with my background, I can do 3 tasks. So I'll have 2 open
very
to help out.
Wow.
Yeah, I have 2 open to help out where needed, because I know some of y'all melee got really up in it, so.
Okay.
I also have 3 available to me, but I would either need to use all 3, or if the load is being shared around, then I can like use project and also be able to help out.
Okay.
I personally only have 1 hit point box marked, and no armor marked, so I'm pretty good. I just need to tend to 1 little wound, and then I'm happy to like prepare with anyone.
Okay.
If anyone wants to prepare with me and we can like get some hope, I'm cool with that.
I have nothing that needs to be. So I'm open for anybody who needs help. I know Rurik's doing a lot of armor repair. I'm not sure. I forget how many people took how much armor damage. So
I took 1, and I've got 2 hit points marked and 1 stress marked.
And then
Okay.
what are people's hopes at? Because I'm at max hope, so me tag teaming to get hope is probably not the best because I can't go higher. So
3.
Okay.
I need to spend my entire rest sitting and clanking away at armor, fixing that, and then also tending my own wounds, bandaging myself up, breathing, just focusing on getting all the rest I need.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm spending my long rest.
I think Scratch probably needs to spend a good chunk of his getting rid of poison. You need a nappy nap.
You need
I
a
need a
massive nap.
sleep.
You need a nap.
I need more than a cat nap, all right?
Okay,
I am happy to help patch up other people in addition to myself if that would help everyone.
Well,
I can help Rourke with the armor then. That way.
Okay.
Alright.
So Tuyet's helping with the armor.
And then Rourke, what is your hope, really quick?
3.
So yeah, so I think everyone helping you all helping each other helps for the extra hope because I'm maxed.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be a true space frog and just lay down and space out.
So you de-stress just by disassociating.
Look.
Yeah, well,
Amazing.
yes, but my
stare off
character,
into distance is real nice. Okay.
but my character is gonna just sit and watch the stars. That's how I do it. But my
Okay.
character's gonna.
Okay. I
Alright.
think you guys see that Kiku just kind of like stops, looks up at the stars, and with those wide, huge, always big saucer eyes, there's like a sheen or a reflection that kind of glimmers every so often as he looks up towards the night sky.
I can just watch Kiku watch the stars
Right.
all night.
Right?
Absolute space
So
cadet.
cute.
I love
So
it.
adorable.
Halfway through it, Issa just kind of walks out, like flits over and just like plants herself right on. It's just watching him for a second, and then just kind of curls up and does the whole bird thing. Like,
Oh my god,
Yes,
so cute.
So cute. I love it.
she's like, I don't need. You guys don't need me.
Perfect.
I'm
Okay.
busy. I gotta take a nap.
So, if you've tended to wounds of
Yeah.
your own, go ahead and mark that off. If you're
Yes.
tending to somebody else's wounds, or is anybody doing that? Is anybody helping somebody else's wounds?
I'm happy to help someone unless they're all good, but I mean, I think with
Well,
Scratch
if you-
having
If you help
3
Scratch, I can help Rurik.
But
Yeah.
if Scratch does it as one of his 3, because it's a long rest, he gets to heal all of them.
True.
Yes, but by
Yeah.
you helping, you both get 2 hope as opposed to 1.
No. That's only
That's
if we
preparing
that's if
for
we
the next
prepare.
day. That's a different thing.
Yeah, it's a
I
I
different
can take care of
So
that.
you
Should
would
be, I'm
you
good.
would still it would still be considered tending to wounds if you were to take it off of somebody else.
Yeah.
But if you were to say like decide that y'all are making snacks for the next day or whatever,
I was gonna
that would be
say
considered preparing, and that
if
gives
if Tourette's not needed anywhere else, you could help Rourke with the armor. Then I guess. I mean, I know fixing armor. That's where it's like fixing armor is kind of both. But anyway, Tourette can make more fruit leathers because we did find some berries at some point.
That's
if I
true.
recall. So
okay.
That's
I
true.
love that.
I think Scratch, as a way of healing his hit points, he goes off and finds, if there is no like running water or anything like that, like a nice dusty pile to do a dust bath
I love
and
it.
get all the stuff out, and then he's
Yep.
like rubbing up on trees and shit and just trying to get everything combed out. He's a very like, I like my cleanliness. All right. Don't
Yes.
And so that's him recovering his hit points, and like once he's actually
Perfect.
cleaned off, like doing some sort of old Siemens recipe of tending to a wound.
Yes.
And then for stress, I think he's gonna like pull out his satchel and pull out some chisels and woodworking tools, snap a branch off a tree, and start making a penny whistle.
Cute. Okay.
I love
Like, this is not like an
that.
actual like project. This is him
Yeah,
de-stressing.
this is just a fun way of calming down. Cool. Great.
And then for the third thing,
Yes.
probably working on the leather armor as well, pulling out those tools. I think it's like all of his like hobby
the armor.
tools are in the same pouch as his armor tools, his leather tools.
Okay.
Cool.
Very cool.
So it's project time. I
So
need to do
other
something
than-
with my hands.
Other than de-stressing, Kiku, what else are you doing?
That's where it's like, as the player, I'm like, I'm gonna do the extra stuff, but as this very space case frog, I think he's gonna just sit there and space out, and like just really like probably not even notice that the
So
bird
unless-
showed up. Just unless someone like talks to him, it's just he's
Okay.
watching the stars just transit across the sky, and just really like space case. I gotta play true to the character.
I love that.
Okay.
So,
I
Rourke,
like
you
it.
were repairing armor for yourself first? Is that what I'm getting, Rourke?
Yeah, armor for myself first, and also HP for myself. It's self-tending for my two.
Got it. Understood.
Is
and
there
then
anyone else
Tenzin.
who needs armor tended to?
I don't think so.
All right. Okay, so I think my two were going to be hit points. I was tending to my wounds, just bandaging up a little thing around the arm. I'm going to wonder how on earth I bathe myself because there's no snow around for me to melt. So I will look over at Scratch, who is kind of all up against the tree, and think, I don't think that's the way for me to do it. I'm okay for today.
The old sniff check.
The old sniff check, man.
I love it. Amazing.
And then I think I'm going to, I'm probably going to prepare.
Okay.
I'm going to check that rope, and see what more I could have done with it. I'm going to see if I can try and do like a toss the rope lasso kind of thing, because that might have been helpful if I can like throw it to Tuyet's over there. Maybe she can grab it. And then
Are you practicing with your rope or with Tuette's?
Probably mine, because I would have given you yours back.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I was like,
But
unless she, I mean, if you
Tuyet-
asked her, she'd be like, here. But
Yeah. Tuyet,
Right.
you do see this go on. You're seeing that he's working with rope.
Cool.
And then after a little bit of that, I'd probably put the rope away and then probably just go and, do my forms for a little bit. A little bit of some with sword, some without sword.
Okay.
Some Tai Chi type stuff. And then I would like to sit with Rurik while he is working on armor and talk with him a little bit. But I'm
Sure.
happy to wait on that until everyone else has told you what they'd like to do.
Okay. I know that Tuyet, you were gonna prepare you were gonna do something with the fruit and make more fruit leather for everybody.
I mean, it's a good snack to have. Actually, how far did we drag the boar? I don't remember. I know we drug it pretty
Out
far
of the encampment. That's all we know. That's all that was said anyway.
Oh yeah, because I made a point of saying Tuette would have made sure that it was like covered so we wouldn't attract weird creatures and stuff like that. Yeah, just from whatever she has still from before from the town and whatever, I'm sure she would have picked up things. And she pulls out kind of to anybody else it's like a cup size, but to her it's a bowl. And it's like mortar and pestle kind of idea. Like she's smashing and adds a few more, smashes some more until she's getting this really fine paste, and then just kind of pulls out some what look almost like leaves, but they're like, think banana leaves, but they're not all one leaf. But it's very clear that these have been like pressed together to make kind of like paper. And she smears it in between and then presses it down. And then, goes through the whole process of basically making the equivalent of kind of like the same fruit leathers that she gave to Scratch, but now with the different berries and things like that she's found. So
halfway through this moment of you like smashing and you're actually placing it down, you feel a tiny little like pick on your head for a second, and Issa kind of hops down next to you and looks at you and with like these like beautiful almost like flame kind of pupils, and you can see that she brings her head down and puts something down next to what you're working on, and she's brought you a few little seeds from up in the trees.
Do they look like seeds to like take back and plant somewhere, like to keep safe, or do they look like? I'm thinking, are they pine nuts or are they like, you know?
They're like something that you can eat or put with this fruit is what Issa's thinking.
Just kind of scritch, and then scoop some of it up with my finger and hold it up to her.
Yeah, she like pecks at it a little bit, tastes the fruit and everything, grabs one of the seeds from that she gave you.
Yeah, and then just drops them back in. So
Perfect.
Doesn't really say anything. They're used to it.
Great. After a little bit of you guys recovering and recouping, Tenzin, you approach Rurik.
Going to come sit down next to him and say, "You fight well."
Thank you.
Where do you hail from?
Bit further away, for sure. I'm more used to those cobbled streets, not quite this nature stuff out here.
I see. I am from up the mountains, a bit further north. It is snowy there, and this is not terrain I'm used to. I have a question for you.
What's on your mind?
This may seem strange, but it is very common in my village that to receive dreams from our god Olam, and I have been dreaming of you.
Well, I'm flattered, but I'm already taken, so don't get any ideas now.
Duet's head for half a second tilts up and then goes right back down.
That is not what I mean, my friend. You see, I have been dreaming that I must seek you out. I do not know why, but my elders tell me that I am to find you. That there are changes that are to happen. My god is the god of tradition, but in order for any tradition to be established, sometimes things must be created. And so I am seeking you out so we can see where this goes. I'm sorry, I do not have more information for you.
GM, have I ever heard of this god of tradition?
Can you roll me a knowledge roll, please?
Yes. Can I apply, if I spend a hope, my eyes for only her modifier here? Is there enough overlap there?
I think, yes. I think you can definitely use that for this.
Cool.
That's such a great name. Eyes for only
Eyes
her.
for only her is the experience that Rurik has.
I love it.
One of the experiences, of course.
All right. Real quick, because new system, who dis? It's 2d20. I'm telling you if I roll.
No, 2d12.
2d12, not d20. Sorry, 2d12.
Yes.
Telling you if I roll with hope or with failure, depending on whichever one's more, and the combined results.
Correct.
Okay, very cool. All right, that's a 14 with failure.
14
with fear.
With fear.
Yes.
14 with fear.
14.
I'm still succeeding. I'm just scared.
You are. Yeah, you are actually. You are succeeding. This Olam is someone that has been mentioned to you. Mentioned to you in teachings of this new path that you've been taking. But with this new path that you've been taking, I will grab my fear here, but I will immediately use it and say that with this path that you are now on, it is so closely linked to the path that you were on, which did not deal with a god of tradition. It did not deal with this beloved goddess that you now follow. And I think there's a moment where in your head you don't see them, but you can hear one of the higher voices of the ascendancy talking to you. And you're recalling them saying, "You are an empowered one. What is this nonsense that you speak of? This is heresy." And heresy kind of echoes for a moment as you are kind of brought back to this moment of remembering, yes, that is a god of tradition.
Interesting.
Olam is.
You see Tenzin then, as you're talking, Rurik sets aside the chest plate that he is patching and rifles through his bag and seems to press a book close to his chest and look at it in a very devoted fashion. And you can see across the cover, it looks like it's a collection of fairy tales, like a Grimm's Adventures sort of book. You see as Rurik looks back up to you. I don't know a lot about tradition. Where I'm from, it was all do as you're told, through every step. There wasn't a lot of room for honoring past ideas. It was always about progress. Moving forward, eyes on the next thing. But you know, I think uniquely, perhaps I follow a goddess as well, someone of divine, radiant power. My queen, Kalani, she's the goddess of tales, of stories, of what is to come, and how history records it.
GM, do I recognize that name?
Can you make me a knowledge roll?
Yeah, I can.
Is there anything you'd like to add to this?
I don't think so, no. No.
What is that, Scratch, that you were saying?
I said, as someone listening in while carving on a penny whistle, can I also make a knowledge roll?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an
Of course, our little rogue is eavesdropping.
The
Yeah,
rogue is eavesdropping, right?
8 with hope.
I mean, to be fair, so are the rest of us. We're just
Right?
we're just not even being sneaky about it.
Yeah, this isn't a name that is that you can recall at this point. It doesn't. Kalani doesn't seem like a name that you know of.
She sounds fascinating.
Well,
Scratch.
11 with hope.
Okay. I don't think you recognize this name either.
Okay.
But it doesn't give you like scary. The way he speaks of her is so beautifully committed that it doesn't give you any sort of bad vibe.
Do you have any stories that you would like to share? If not tonight, then another night. I realize you are already very busy.
You see him kind of flip and rifle through the book until he opens it up to a bookmarked page, as he briefly clamps that in between his teeth and flips the book to you. And you can see that it's about halfway through what seems to just be like a child's fairy tale, a bit darker in nature, certainly. But it seems to be a child's tale about a hero slaying a dragon and retrieving bounty for the village that they come from.
Do you have Rurik read this aloud, or just handing
he just kind of holds it out to you as he kind of starts to maneuver the chest plate back over onto his lap.
All right. I will read this then, I suppose.
You hear him mumble just a little quieter than the rest of the things he's been saying. I'm not so hot at telling the stories, but it's a good one. You should give it a read.
Back home there are magnificent storytellers that we have seen books, but we do not read from them often. The elders keep a few, but mostly our history and traditions are remembered and shared with our speech. And there is one that would always stand up and is a magnificent storyteller, would be all of the different characters and jump about, and I can imagine her reading this and telling us this story that you are having me read.
You see his gaze follow over onto the book in such that devoted fashion. There's no better storyteller than her. I mean, all tales are in devotion
You've met
to
her?
That is strong. She's with me. That I know.
You've met my friend from my village who tells the stories very well?
No, the Radiant Queen above all else.
Oh!
The goddess of tales! I would love to meet your friend as well. No, I mean my loving queen.
I am certain that your queen is somehow with my good friend as well, with the telling of the stories. So maybe we were both speaking of the same person after all.
I've got a feeling that this dream of yours, it's all got to be for a greater purpose.
Yes.
I believe Kahani wants me to tell a story for the ages. I think she wants me to tell a story that's gonna stick for a long, long time. And you being here with me, I think that makes you part of it, at least for now.
Rurik, as you get ready to go back to working on this armor, and you watch Tenzin pour over what is here of a story, your eyes don't fall on Tenzin. They don't even fall on the words that are on the page, but you end up being pulled and drawn towards the bottom of this paper, blank, open, with so much potential, and you feel her there as you get back to work on your armor.
Awesome.
Is there any other conversations that we shall have before sleeping this evening? Kiku.
Little space case, but then here's a book and a story. So as Tenzin's reading there, suddenly you see these like two eyes kind of come over the book. Is it a good one? Are you learning something cool?
It's a real good one.
Is it? Can you read it out loud? And he kind of like sits down, like like frog sit. Well, to Tenzin, who has the book.
Yeah.
You see Rurik just back away from that conversation, start tinkering back on that armor.
Is it a good one? Is it cool? Is it new?
It looks very good. I've only read a few sentences. But from what Rurik says, it's exciting.
Would you read it out loud?
If you're too uncomfortable with it, I could try and do something a
I
little
very
special.
quickly and happily give the book to Scratch. Like,
And Kiku's eyes just follow the book.
Yeah.
Give me 10 minutes?
Okay.
Hold that thought. And he'll go dig into his bag and start pulling out like some hats. Some
my
random
God,
different
no
hats.
way. This is
Yes.
amazing.
Showman experience. He's gonna
Yes.
read
So
it, then
much.
perform it as a one-man show. It's what
I
he
love
used to
it
do on the deck of the
so
ship.
much.
As downtime, it was either that or play the penny whistle.
Give us some of this.
I love
Give
it
me some
as
of
you
this.
as you get ready and you put out all of the props and costumes and things that you find from your bag and place them out ready to go. Issa sort of looks at Tuyet for a second, kind of flits a little bit, moves over, sits in front of Scratch, and you watch her just kind of fluff out her feathers a little bit, and this little teeny phoenixling glows up and puts a little bit more light on
I love that. I was
Scratch.
thinking almost the exact same thing for half a second. I was like, Issa's getting in on this.
Yeah.
100%.
Love this.
What kind of story does he end up with? I assume it's either he grabs
was
the book,
dragon
opens the
one
page.
with the kid,
Yeah.
right? The kid who slayed the dragon. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
I think he reads through it and he gets most of it. I think some of the words are too big for him. He doesn't have that great of an education, so he does the abridged version, and it's almost
Yeah.
the parody version.
Okay, I love it. I love
So,
it.
in essence, shameless plug here, by the way, go watch Illuminated Outcasts over on supporting roles here on this channel.
Hey.
It's like how when Travis does Cliff's Notes, that's the vibe of what's going on.
Scratch notes.
I will
notes.
be very honest. That's why I took the bulk of the summary. Travis, I was like, oh, poor guy needs to not have to do it
Yeah, I'm
twice.
not gonna go.
I was like,
And
I got you,
unfortunately-
bro. I got you, bud.
And unfortunately, this is the campaign. I don't do campaign notes. I do character notes of like what is up with the character
That's
sheet.
cool.
Right.
No
I'm
worries.
not doing notes with this
As
at all.
you-
My life is tech.
I
Fair.
would love to get a presence roll from Scratch, and you may do this with advantage as Issa is illuminating you. within this
Okay,
moment.
so that is with the D6 as a
Correct.
reminder. So it's the 2D12 plus a D6, and I'll spend the hope for the showman +1.
Yeah,
Love
you
it.
will.
All right. Woo! All right.
How are we doing?
16 plus 6 plus 1.
23.
60. What was it again?
23.
23.
Yeah.
Oh my
I was like,
Thank
goodness.
you,
that's
Matt.
the
Thanks
best
for
way
the
to add
calculator.
that.
We appreciate you.
With which? Hope or fear?
With hope.
Okay.
Got my hope back.
This is amazing. Scratch is a wonderful storyteller. He's got his own thing, and he's definitely trying to ham it up a little bit. And
Rourke's
he-
like, that's not even the story in my book.
Yeah, right,
That's
like,
a
wait,
new
what?
one.
he's like, this is okay. You're embellishing a little bit, but it's
Also, his
entertaining, for sure.
reading literacy isn't all that great. He completely missed the plot of the story of what it was actually about.
Oh,
Completely off
No,
the
he
rails.
got the plot.
But-
He didn't get the subplot. Let's
But
be
that's
real.
what I
Yes.
mean.
Yeah,
He got the plot, just not the subplot. But he-
Definitely, as this performance goes on, you see Rurik, even through this off the rails halfway through, all of a sudden it's Scratch's version of the story, how Scratch wants it to end, like this version of this.
always end up on a boat.
Totally enthralled and encaptured in the story nonetheless.
I love
Perfect.
Yeah, Kiku is sitting there like front row orchestra, just like eyes completely wide, mouth agape, just taking in this wonderful story that they have no idea. And everyone knows that the play is better than the book, right? I mean that's how this goes, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Rurik's
always.
eyes probably honestly glow like this beaming gold as the story goes on, just getting a
Rurik's
little
do?
brighter and just more full of
Yeah.
that warmth from him.
Cool.
Love it.
And
I
like
think-
that, the knight and his love sailed off to the horizon, happily ever after.
Scratch, that was great.
Oh,
That was
hats off.
really, really great.
Magnificent.
There you go.
As Rurik, you get your book back. And the lot of you are able to speak on the one just one cat person play you just saw. I think you go to bed dreaming of new adventures and what is to come. And you are you obviously get your long rest, and we move into the next portion of the day as you guys continue. Yes,
So, can we clarify? Because I don't know what Tuet got out of. Like, I'm like, what did I? Because I did one thing, so I was like, I don't know. What's
Oh, sorry.
happening.
Go ahead. What else did you do?
No, that's fine. I can just do that and get.
You prepared, which
You can
which
prepare
is
and get a hope, yeah.
a hope.
Yeah.
Right?
So I get one hope.
Mm-hmm. Did you
Okay.
want to work on a project or anything else,
Don't have anything.
Or-
else that I
You can start a project.
or work?
No, I'm fine. I just didn't know what to do as far as thingies. Like,
Understood.
did she prepare for two, or did she help somebody else so that they got hope? I don't know. So I was like, I don't know what I made fruit
since-
leather.
Yeah, since
And I don't know how this works.
since no one else helped you other than your companion, I will say that you got the hope for this one.
Okay. So
Okay.
I got one.
Correct. Yeah.
And technically Scratch should have gotten one as well because he was making a penny whistle, correct?
That was de-stressing.
That wasn't a prepared. That was de-stressing.
Oh, de-stressing. Okay.
All right. As the morning finds you, and you continue your journey through this forest of the Whispering Wilds, I would like everyone to please make me an instinct roll, please.
Whoa.
Ooh. I'm basically the best ever with a 17 with hope.
I'm even better than that. Sorry, Rurik.
Damn. Well, maybe I was the best ever for a brief fleeting period of time.
Yeah, and you were the best ever until I swooped in with a 23 with hope.
Woo!
Wow.
I got a
I've got-
10 with hope.
Okay.
14 hope.
13 hope.
You all rolled with hope. That's amazing.
No ammunition for you.
Look it.
Everyone
Look
remember,
We-
take a hope. Add
we
a
woke-
list to your hope
We
list.
woke up after that amazing performance. Of course, we're still like on cloud
That's
nine.
exactly
I mean, come
it.
on.
That's exactly it. As
We
you
all
guys
get one
continue,
hope, right?
You
Yeah,
all
we all get one hope.
Yeah.
gain one
I'm-
hope. Yes. As you all continue through this, you begin to move through the wood, and you're noticing a few tracks along the way, from smaller critters, hares, and squirrels and things. There is a moment where you're able to watch as a beautiful deer, a doe, moves not across your path, but kind of veers close to where you guys are going, and then moves up and away. From the perceptions that we have here, you notice none of the critters that you're noticing here seem to be acting in any sort of erratic behavior like the boar was. and they aren't marked with anything on their person, on their being. So it doesn't look like this is affecting all animals within the area, just at least that boar from the night before. As you continue looking around, Tenzin, you notice a few, like a little bit of movement in the air, a few little insects, and something just kind of near your ear for a moment. You catch sight of it as a bumblehum moves past you. A bumblehum moves past you and continues over towards a nearby tree.
I want to look at the bumblehum and see what's so special about the tree, if there is a hive or a nest or something there at the tree.
Yes, it does seem like there is some kind of hive hanging around, kind of cornered up in where a branch and the trunk meet. And this bumblehum is, along with many other ones, now that you look, are moving in and out of this hive.
Have I seen bumblehums before? I'm sure I wouldn't have seen them in my native snowy region. A little too cold for bumblehums, I'd imagine, but on my travels down to meeting everyone, have I seen these before?
I think you've seen bumblehums when you go in for trade at at the different little towns that you
the trading post further down the mountain.
The trading posts and things. They've been around. You've seen like one or two as they move around near some of the flowers and things, but not like a hive before.
Okay.
I don't think.
So do these bumblehums look like they are do they look normal as far as I know, or do they look like there's
you'd have to get closer to notice.
I'm going to step back and alert Tuyet. Tuyet, those the bumblehums there. Do you see them? Do you think they are behaving as they should, or you think they are affected by the corruption, perhaps? I cannot tell without getting any closer, but you are more familiar with nature. You may be able to discern from farther away, or more safely, perhaps.
From where Tuet is, can she see anything different about them? Just a vibe check on the bubblehums.
Yeah. Without a roll, from this distance, it seems like they're behaving appropriately.
They seem to be normal.
All right.
Hang on. Do you want me to ask them?
Oh, I forget that this is something you can do. I think that would be wise. Perhaps they would know the forest better than us who are just visiting it.
True, but they do not speak the same as. Hang on, and she's gonna just flip, and I'll. She's gonna always have a stress, and I'll probably burn it right now because I'm gonna roll with fear because that's just my nasty little luck going on. But how high up is the hive actually? Because that's the question.
It's not too high up. You could possibly climb there and be relatively okay, but you'd have to do.
Not climbing.
Okay,
when you
there
got
you
wings,
go.
Why?
When you
she climb?
Don't know if she wants the stress of climbing or flying.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, she's just a stressed little monster the whole campaign.
It's more like she just is, she's got really tense shoulders and back muscles all the time. Like, it's not like stress. It's like that, she just has to roll out every
using
night.
Using those wings really tenses up those back muscles.
Yeah, Yeah, and she's gonna go ahead and she'll use Nature's Tongue to try and.
Okay.
As she
Will
gets
you roll
closer,
me-
gauging it. But
Perfect. Does that have a roll on it for Nature's Tongue? Because
yes,
it's
you
a
make
domain,
an
right?
instinct. Yes, I always get
Instinct.
confused because. Sorry, it's always the thing of like, you make an instinct roll 12 on a success. They give you the information. Well, here's the question, because they're not technically plants or animals, but it is because it says you can speak with the language of the hidden natural world when you want to speak with plants and animals around you.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, they're the natural world, but they're not a plant or animal. So, I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
an animal,
it's
they're
natural.
An instinct?
I will count. I'll call it in that
Okay.
animal.
Okay. Yeah.
Behavior
And with
there.
fear, their knowledge might be limited or come at a cost. So.
I love it.
So, but I don't understand. This is where I always get confused on this one. Because it's like, instinct roll is a +1. But if I spellcast roll while within a natural environment, you may spend a hope before the roll to add a +1.
Okay.
So on my thingy, it says the instinct roll. We did this last time and I just cannot remember.
Yes.
It says instinct roll +1, which is just my normal instinct anyway.
Okay.
But the spellcast is +3 because it adds my proficiency. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Let's do it for now. Let's do it as an instinct roll that you can add that +3 to.
So
an instinct roll with whatever her instinct modifier is and an additional +3?
plus.
Right.
So that would be a +4 total.
Correct.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
We
do
need to
that
look at this better because I don't think that's how this works.
I'll
But
definitely
sure.
look it up later. But that's how
Yeah,
I'm
this is
rolling
when
it for now.
yeah, it's always I know.
That's what it's all about.
There's a button clicking and I'm trying to do the dice on here too because I want to mess with the system a little bit. So all right.
Demi-plane, man.
Oh, hey, that's with hope. That's a 14? No. Yes, 14. 14 with hope. Didn't roll
14
great,
with
but it
hope.
was hope.
Pretty
It was hope
good.
with hope.
Excellent.
So
So
I burned a
as
hope and got a
you
hope.
as you flit up there, and there's a moment where you're just listening to the hum from all of the bumble hums, and you're just trying to pick where the tone is, where the pitch is, and once your eyes kind of go soft and your ears are more open, you can hear what they're saying to each other. Most of them are just like literally talking about work, about what they need to do and where they're going and all
Man,
of
this 9 to
stuff.
5.
until one of them kind of
There's one with
sort
great
of
blonde hair.
flutters out and kind of gets a little close to your face and goes, friend, foe, friend, and sort of like flits around you for a second.
She lets it. Then holds out her hand.
It sort of lands on your hand. Need? What need?
Strange things in the woods. Have you seen? She's trying very hard to keep her speech like simple.
Yeah.
Have you with bites, but not the common, not the normal creatures who kill for fun, or
Ooh. Can you roll me a presence roll, please?
Sure. Ooh, and she falls out of the sky.
No. This bumblehum just goes like 40 times its size and pushes her down.
Yeah, this is definitely something
kidding.
they need to work on, because it's like mark stress to take flight until your next roll with fear. And it's like, what? You just drop out of the sky? And it's like, no, yeah. I would say she probably will just, once he lands, she probably would have just perched on the branch anyway.
Okay. Yes.
And that's a 13 with fear.
13 with fear. This cute little bumblehum goes, yes, big beast. Big beast. So wrong. Smell weird. Eat our work. Eat flowers. Eat our work. Not supposed to eat flowers.
What type of creature was it? Was it the boar?
The boar. She like does like the gesture of like the tusks, trying to show it.
Or bigger?
No, big.
Like bear? Deer. Deer.
No. Like, and it kind of like flits from your hand for a second, thinking. It's sort of like it has to like do a little flit to get the brain moving.
Yeah.
Sits back down in your hand and goes, big, like bush, big bush, but is beast. Big eyes. Turning round, head turning round and round.
I don't like that.
And sort of like
all you hear is bzz, 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 bzz.
yep. This little bumblehum like moves, turns its little like pointer at you for a second, and goes facing this way, butt head facing this way, and like moves back to looking at you and goes, but in all our work.
Which way did it go? Where did it go?
Oh. And this is the part where the fear comes in. It sort of sits for a second, its wings kind of droop for a second, and it goes, many.
Was it big for you, or big for me, or big for my friends?
I don't understand the word that she's saying. She's just
goes
buzzing
down
everywhere.
The bumblehum like flies off down towards you guys, flits around you, goes near Kiku, and you can hear it yell back up to you two yet, no, and moves over towards Rurik and flits around him, checking his size, and goes, no, moves over towards Scratch, kind of like seeing how tall it is, how tall he is, and moves back down and goes, no, and moves over towards Tenzin and how tall he is, and goes, yes, but on the ground. And you get like long ways, not height.
Yeah.
I stand very still.
This little bumblehum is like right in your face.
And there are many.
Some, and like it sort of zips down a little path over here, and then it like zips down another path, some over here, and it's literally showing you almost like it could be in any direction. They seem to be in this area a ton.
Okay. Sure.
It flits back up and like lands on your hand again.
Yeah.
What did they say?
there are many and big like you.
As big as me?
Yes.
Or bigger?
No. Hang on. She's I imagine she's like hearing the buzzing and
Yes.
it's like two people trying to talk to you at the same time.
Wait. You
No, we always do this. Dang it, get out of my head.
you help for, you help for our work?
Yes. And she's gonna reach into her pack and see if there's any like actually, yeah, no, she'll pull out some of the fruit leather she was making. It's now rolled up, but it's still laid flat so that it continues to dry, but it's rolled up tightly. And she just tears off a little portion of it and puts it right by the hive, like right on the tree branch.
Yes.
It's from berries and seeds, so you could use some of it.
It like flits over, checks it out, looks at it for a second and goes, can work. And turns to a bunch. You literally hear this thing yell to the other bumblehums, and it's like, day off, day off. And you're hearing a bunch of them just chittering and like just so happy. Some of them just start coming over and dealing with that bumblehum that was talking to you. Moves over and goes, "Hey, I help with your work."
You have. You told us things.
No. And it sort of like moves into the hive a little bit.
I am small, but I do not fit.
You what? And as you like look in there, you can see there's a whole bunch, this beautiful, like intricate hive on the inside. And there's a whole bunch of different types of honey dripping from this.
I imagine Tuet has something that she could gather it. I don't know what.
Absolutely.
But you know, maybe calls down. Anyone got a jar?
Yeah. Jars, vials. There we go.
Oh, reach down. Got it. Yeah, no, and holds it out, like just not going to take anything that she's not allowed to take, but very carefully, if allowed, will reach in and pull some and gather enough to make just a small little, like the equivalent of a small jar.
Amazing. So you have this beautiful little jar of honey. It sort of once in the bottle sits and glistens. It kind of has this amber color to it, but there's an interesting almost refracted sheen throughout it a little bit. It sits a little not as viscous as honey usually is. It's a little more liquid like. And I'm going to send you guys.
Is it like if honey and like actual like maple syrup straight from the tree had a baby?
It's like that spun honey. Yeah. You know the spun honey?
Ooh.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Will you please, Tuyet, can you roll me a d4?
Okay.
We don't like talking about food on this channel. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right?
Never once.
Not at all.
3. You gain 3 servings of sweet remedy. I have placed that in the chat in magic items so that you guys can see, but I will read it out to you. It is honey that when ingested during downtime will erase 1 marked hit point without taking any of your actions during downtime.
Really? That's so cool.
Tuyet's just going to look at the little bumblehum and tear off just a little bit more of the the fruit, the leather that she's been working on, and leave a little bit more. Thank you. If you see the creatures again, hide. Do not try to fight.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll, I hope, at least can float down without having
Absolutely,
to
yeah. I'm just gonna allow you to.
I mean, you know, and is going to immediately tell the group pretty much everything that was said in they're as big as you, Tenzin, but like an animal. And she just kind of does the whole
on all fours.
Shows the all fours kind of thing. And and there are many. But, and she holds up the honey.
That is incredible.
And she just kind of holds it out to the group.
Do you mind if I take a look? Thank you.
It's, actually, that's a good question. I assume Tuyet would know what this is.
Yes.
And she'll explain it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even read the description again, but yeah, it's just good.
Does this honey seem obviously magical in nature of any kind?
Can you give me a knowledge roll?
Sure. Knowledge
Can
roll.
you guys start rolling with fear, please?
No.
Come on.
16 with
You
hope.
got a lot from Lee.
Wow.
You got a lot from me last session, so
That's true.
I'll take the hope this time.
Okay.
Thanks.
16 with hope.
16 with hope.
There's definitely a magical essence to this, but just in the way that nature here has its own magic. It's definitely just imbued with more of what would be considered nature's magic, and it isn't necessarily stacked or heightened in any way.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll hand it back to Tuyet. Looks incredible, really. It'd be a great fun to figure out what recipes we could work it into, and I could nourish. Just looks like it's got a lot of potential.
You do not know what it is.
It looks vaguely magical, but I've never seen it before. No, not too experienced with this whole nature magic thing.
She just kind of laughs, like, kind of one of those laughs of like, just wait. And it's one of those, and just kind of tucks it into her pouch. And we will wait for that until it is needed, and then
Sweet summer child.
it does.
I love it. As you finish this conversation, passing all of the bumble hums, moving off further north with this looming effect, knowing that many things are out there. I think this is where we're going to take our break.
Okay.
Ooh, friends, it's getting good.
It's
getting good. All right, friends, we will.
Good. There's lots of them.
Be back here in just a few minutes. Grab something to eat, use the restroom, do the things you need to. We will be right back. See you soon.
Greetings! My name's Rurik, and I come from a dangerous and ancient line of dwarves, sworn to order and control. As a seraph, I've taken a vow to a god that helps me channel sacred arcane power to keep my party on their feet. I may not know where fate will guide me now, but by the time the earth takes me, they'll be singing my story across the world.
Hello. The name's Scratch. I'm a swashbuckling seaborn Qatari with a devil-may-care attitude. As a rogue, I've experience with sidestepping the law, dealing with the underbelly of a city, preferring to move quickly and fight quietly. Which, if you aren't careful, can get you in a load of trouble, banished from your home and left to wander the seas. But where's life without a little bit of risk?
I'm Tuyet Frostmart, a wild-born fairy ranger. As a ranger, my keen eyes and graceful haste make me indispensable in tracking down enemies and navigating the wilds with my companion, a phoenix named Issa. My rebelliously positive attitude may seem naive or innocent at times, but it is founded in the knowledge that sorrow is inevitable, but joy is worth the choice.
Hi! I'm Kiku, a sea-born ribbit. As a newly discovered sorcerer, I'm formed and shaped by the will of the arcane, and learning how to wield that power to get what I want. Not sure what that is yet, but my first teacher set me on a path of understanding. Now, with my love of the stars, I set out to discover what this world has to offer, and I hope it's a lot.
Hi, the name's Radani, aka Rain. I'm a daemon wanderborn. As a druid, I am a force of nature, preserving the balance of life and death by channeling the wilds themselves through me. I will act as nature's voice and be their steward. Right after this nap.
I am Tenzin, a fawn from the tall snowy peaks at the crown of the world. As a warrior, I run into battle without hesitation or caution, knowing I can strike down whatever enemy may stand in my path. I have been trained to keep focused even amidst the most chaotic of storms, and I've personally sworn to protect the innocent, ensuring that what happened to my son will never again happen to any child on my watch.
Greetings! My name's Rurik, and I come from a dangerous and ancient line of dwarves, sworn to order and control. As a seraph, I've taken a vow to a god that helps me channel sacred arcane power to keep my party on their feet. I may not know where fate will guide me now, but by the time the earth takes me, they'll be singing my story across the world.
Hello, hello, hello. The name's Scratch. I'm a swashbuckling seaborn Qatari with a devil-may-care attitude. As a rogue, I've experience with sidestepping the law, dealing with the underbelly of a city, preferring to move quickly and fight quietly. Which, if you aren't careful, can get you in a load of trouble, banished from your home and left to wander the seas. But where's life without a little bit of risk?
I'm Tuyet Frostmart, a wild-born fairy ranger. As a ranger, my keen eyes and graceful haste make me indispensable in tracking down enemies and navigating the wilds with my companion, a phoenix named Isa. My rebelliously positive attitude may seem naive or innocent at times, but it is founded in the knowledge that sorrow is inevitable, but joy is worth the choice.
Hi! I'm Kiku, a seaborn ribbit. As a newly discovered sorcerer, I'm formed and shaped by the will of the arcane, and learning how to wield that power to get what I want. Not sure what that is yet, but my first teacher set me on a path of understanding. Now, with my love of the stars, I set out to discover what this world has to offer, and I hope it's a lot.
Hi, the name's Radani, aka Rain. I'm a daemon wanderborn. As a druid, I am a force of nature, preserving the balance of life and death by channeling the wilds themselves through me. I will act as nature's voice and be their steward. Right after this nap.
I am Tenzin, a fawn from the tall snowy peaks at the crown of the world. As a warrior, I run into battle without hesitation or caution, knowing I can strike down whatever enemy may stand in my path. I've been trained to keep focused even amidst the most chaotic of storms, and I've personally sworn to protect the innocent, ensuring that what happened to my son will never again happen to any child on my watch.
Story with a guy.
All right.
In
Welcome
the
back.
middle of the forest.
Welcome back, geeks. Welcome back to Supporting Roles. We are playing Daggerheart on this awesome time zone. Where we had last left off, our newly banded group of compatriots has been
Shauna has
traversing.
no clue what to say when we don't have a party name.
I don't. You need a party name so I can call you
Dude,
that.
I've been in
We
another
haven't
game.
even completed our first mission yet. Give us a break.
It's true.
I've been in a game and another thing that we haven't had one for 2 years. We don't know how we're just
Man,
Oh,
I can't deal with
Yeah,
that.
my
Y'all have
home
to-
game,
You all have to have a name because this is not working
It will
out.
happen. It will. I
It'll
promise.
happen.
This group of characters has been traversing through the wilds, and they're on a mission to go and seek a druid or a circle of druids, and talking to some bumblehums, speaking to each other about past dreams that we've had, as well as bonding a little bit more. So as you can traverse into the woods here, it grows a little thicker. The trees begin to sort of grow so close next to each other, as the autumn like leaves here are scattered all on the floor as well as in the canopy with multicolored delight. You can tell I really like fall time. As you move further into the woods, is there anything you guys would like to do while on your journey?
I think Matt's like, hell no.
Yeah, Kiku's just stepping in puddles and calling it a day. Crunching leaves. Just that's it.
Rurik like hums a dwarven tune, but it's awful, to be clear. Like there's no sense of any kind of pitch or rhythm or any sense of doing it correctly. But he seems like he's delighted by it.
I think Scratch hearing this dwarven tune, he's probably heard something similar traveling around the seas and meeting all the people he's met. But he pulls out the petty whistle that is half done. It's not a full petty whistle yet, but is able to still like get some of it and fill in the gaps that Rurik is missing.
I love it.
Oh man, you guys are gonna make me write another song.
It's
that's the plan.
That's the plan.
There may not be any bard in our party. The party is the bard.
Yep. Man, I'll tell you
That's
what.
right. I love it so much. I'm probably gonna look around for just any possible signs of small group civilization. See if we can like suss out where these druids might be.
Interesting. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a knowledge roll.
This is not my terrain, but let us see what we can discover here. Man, that... So, instinct, right?
I said knowledge.
Knowledge. Sorry. Okay. That's another... I swear, this is the second time today that my fear dice has rolled a 10 and my hope dice has rolled a 12. So this is another, the other one had a +1, but this is straight. So this is another 22 with hope.
Okay.
Shauna, you're working hard for those fears. You're just not getting
I'm really
them today.
trying. I'm like, roll.
You got one for me. Calm down.
This makes me nervous.
It might happen later. Who knows? Yeah. So, from what you recall of what is going on, there is not much in the way of civilization here. Coming up, the further north you go, the less inhabitable it is. Maybe not for you, where you're used to being in the mountains, but like actual urban kind of civilization, the less of that happens the further north you go. As for the druids, you haven't ever been to this druid circle, so you're just going off of what Greenbow had told you. Yeah. And you do recall, though, 22 Hope, you do recall he had said it was probably going to be like two or so days, 2-ish days.
So we got to keep
before reaching the river.
All right. But no sign that they would come out this far or anything for
as you look
hunting
around, there's
whatever.
no sense of like traps or even like tracks of other footprints from people out here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Tuyet would like to be one. She is probably riding on someone's shoulder. Let's go with Scratch today, unless they tell her to get off. And is keeping an eye out for anything that looks like a group of creatures that were large would have run through the brush anywhere.
I like that.
Really looking for that, but really looking for anything that would be a creature that, I mean, one, if she catches something else, cool, they're center. But two, if not, then,
I will say, with Tuyet riding with Scratch today, Scratch would offer, I mean, you're more than welcome, 100%. But do you want a seat that's a bit taller? And he'll pull out of his bag of hats a real fucking tall top hat, comically tall top hat.
So
That's-
much.
So silly.
Oh yeah.
It's like a bag of holding, but it's a bag of hats, and it only
I
holds
love
hats.
Shauna, you need to
I
make new
love
art
it.
for Scratch right now with a garish tall top hat.
Just add the top hat. Yeah, no.
And totally with the
I
top
love
like
that.
busted out and hanging out,
Yes.
still at the top, classically like cartoonish.
It is
Oh,
so
that's sick as
wonderful
hell.
being your hat.
She pushes the flat
yeah.
back in place so she has a seat.
Yep.
Yes.
You're not cat in the hat. You're cat with the hats.
Yes.
Yeah, with the hat.
Cat with the hats.
Forget
Brilliant.
Puss in Boots. Cat
That's
with the
right.
hats.
Cat with
Yes.
the hat.
Cat with the hats.
love
As you now have a new vantage point to it, I will say, can you please roll me an instinct roll? And we'll give you advantage.
Woohoo.
Okay.
Add a D6.
I'm gonna add advantage. And I was gonna ask if I could use my survivalist, but I might be pushing it at that point. I don't know.
You can spend a hope to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm spending a hope, so that gets me another +2.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Man, we're really trying for it. I
Yep,
love it.
this is the whole point,
29
guys.
on hope.
Come on!
Let's go!
I rolled a 12 on hope, a
That's
10
amazing.
on fear, and a 4 on the D6 +3.
That's
Incredible.
amazing.
Yo!
Yeah.
I see everything. This hat is the best.
You're seeing a lot. You're seeing a lot. Not only are you seeing like where tracks are leading and whatnot, you're finding tracks from other things and where they're going, right? So you're able to almost follow the food chain, so to speak, of, well, this is where the burrow for the hares are because we followed the tracks this way towards this lovely little burrow. Yeah, you're also noticing there's some nests up further in the trees that you could see. There's a bunch of grouse that run by at one point. So I mean, take your pick. With a number like that,
Yeah.
what are you looking for?
Well, it definitely is keeping an eye out for any creatures that might be like anything that is referencing the creatures that are, what are they called? The wrong ones, the
corrupted ones?
The corrupted ones, yeah. Because that's what first she's kind of, but then if she notices something that's an easy target, she literally would just, from up on top, not even, no warning whatsoever. It's just kind of
I
like,
love it.
here
Yeah.
we go.
After a while, you guys are getting just different things. There's a squirrel here, there's a grouse here, and obviously checking before looking them over, they don't seem to have any sort of corruption signs.
I will clarify, she's only shooting or killing enough that is what they will be able to eat before it goes bad. So
Right.
it's not like every creature she sees. It's just
Perfect.
that's
It's
so
not
yeah.
a total massacre.
No.
Wait.
She's a ranger, not the hunter that killed Bambi's mom.
Whoa! Too soon.
Whoa!
Too
That
soon.
movie came out in the 90s. How is it too soon?
It is.
Not
It's
in the
still-
90s. It came out
90s.
way before the 90s.
Way
Even
before that.
even
still
still,
hurts
my
my
point
heart.
still stands.
It's
It
too
was
soon
like
because
the
it still hurts my
60s
heart.
or something.
So
Anyway.
Anyways,
you're able
I-
to get small game within
Okay.
this, I will say.
But do I
Um,
see any or smell in the wind anything that says of corruption?
There's moments where you feel that there's a possibility something is either you know how to stalk prey. You also know what it's like to be stalked and be the prey.
Okay.
So there's moments where you get that little like, we might have an issue like that. There might be something following us,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not, it doesn't seem like they're encroaching on you at all at this point.
Okay. Since Tenzin at least has hunted at least once with her before, every once in a while when she catches that, she kind of does the like that little, I'm not going to do it because poor people's ears, but the the whistle through your teeth. That's really it's high, but it's like that
Very
quick
sharp
little chirp. And will nod in the direction just so that somebody else has eyes on what and when she shoots something and thinking for food, there is a much lower sound. It's like there's just and they actually kind of mimic what Issa does. Like it's just kind of trying to just communicate without talking per se, like as if you were in the woods and you're just trying to stay as quiet as possible. And but yeah, every once in a while, and the others probably would pick up. My guess is that at least Tenzin's done enough hunting that kind of that similar, hey, pay attention to this,
I would pick up right away that you are giving signs and signals, especially since some of them I heard you do when your party and my party fought the wormling together. The more and more you do it, I start to pick up, oh, that's for prey. Oh, that's for etc.
Yeah. So just that kind of stuff every once in a while. Just kind of that. And literally riding on this hat like it's nothing. Like it's almost like she's probably not sitting on it. She's kind of floating maybe a little bit like but her wings really aren't moving because she's not flying. But it's just she's used to being up high and just kind of going with whatever breeze or flow is happening. So if Scratch I imagine Scratch probably doesn't walk with a like simple, straightforward gait. Probably so.
Not at all.
There's a reason why Jack Sparrow walks the way he does. He walks straight when he's on a boat because he's constantly adjusting for it. On land, it's everywhere. So he's just kind of like
in a similar fashion.
Teetering.
Tiet is just so used to being up and up high, like it doesn't bother her to just be kind of So she's just doesn't pause when the shot. It doesn't bother her at all.
Yeah, I love it.
Amazing.
I'm here for it.
So stupid.
I love it. You lot are able to get a hold of this game. You guys are starting to understand how each other works. I would like to know where is Rurik and Kiku's brains right now? You guys seem like the big
big thinkers.
The big
thinkers.
Yeah. Unless anyone tells me, I'm just leaf crunch, crunch.
Real big
You tell me
brain
this
over
crunchy,
here.
you tell me this crunchy leaves, and no one's told me like, hey, be quiet.
Has he been crunching to the beat of the music that's been playing throughout the day?
And then even with the whistles of the hunt, it's like crunch to the really like high one. So he thinks it's a game with sounds. No one's told him we're hunting. He's just like woo, do.
I love it.
So
big brain.
Ribbits are the
Big brain.
best, man.
Rurik is using his this dwarven song as just a way to keep pace while we're actually traveling. But right now Rurik is very mission driven. He's keeping an eye out for any signs of this corruption that we're seeing nearby. Making sure that we're headed on the right course still. If anything, Rurik's looking for the most efficient way. So even if there's like a shortcut or something that Rurik could potentially spot, something like that.
Can I get a knowledge roll from Rurik?
Dude, Moria was never a shortcut. It will never be a shortcut. We're not going through Moria.
Right?
Yeah, Rurik, find that path.
How about a critical success for a total of 11?
You got a critical success?
Yeah, I did. I rolled 2 5s.
Two
Find that
fives.
path.
I
Yes.
love it.
Find that path.
I'll give that one to
Find
you,
that
Matthew.
path.
Dang
Crunch,
it.
crunch,
man.
crunch, crunch. Leaves, 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 leaves. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Leaves, 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 leaves.
Leaves, 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 leaves.
As this continues, I think that you're watching Kiku kind of move through here and whatnot. You're noticing that where he's stepping, there's moments where it's just slightly wetter than when he's not. Like that side of the path is getting a little more moisture than others. And you know you can veer a little bit and probably hit the river relatively soon.
Okay.
Not really soon, but relatively soon.
Relatively.
I will also say that while you're thinking about the corruption that you've seen within the plant that was brought into the town, within the fruit that was sort of ashy, just throughout the orchard, and then seeing how this affected something that wasn't plant-like, that was an animal. You're definitely understanding that it's going to behave differently between plants and animals, this corruption. But it's also, it doesn't feel like something that happens right away. With plants, it needs to, just like the how the soil and how the earth right now is wet, where Kiku steps every so often, and these plants and trees that are near you, how much that needs to be soaked up before it would affect the plant. I think your brain kind of moves to, does it need to kind of soak in to the animal before having an effect? Or is it an immediate thing, this infection of corruption? And with a critical success, I'm going to tell you right now, you think that there is not only is there like a timer, basically, where that needs to soak into a body. You think that the longer it is festering, the more potent it can become.
Okay.
You and your critical success. Okay.
At any point when we would have to stop for like a lunch break, you'll see Rurik pull out like a little pocket journal and jot down these notes, all of these thoughts that is the GM's description, down into a little notebook, just to keep track of thoughts and theories as to what we might be dealing with.
Marvelous.
We stop for the break. Tuet starts divvying up the fruit leather with the seeds and stuff. Just, yeah, probably some granola. You know, she's got the trail mix kind of going on.
I love it.
Thank you. This is delicious.
Would I take a bite of my dinner?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I could eat.
I think for that short rest, Scratch is gonna ask Tuyet, of all the game you found, can I have some? I've got a bunch of salt. I'd like to salt cure some into some jerky.
She literally looks at everybody else. She's not the one who was picking it up, so she's like,
Oh yeah, somebody else must have grabbed it because he's your vehicle at that
My
time.
guess is it would have been
I
like
would've
Scratch
grabbed it.
and
Yeah,
Tenzin.
Tenzin's
And
the-
I'm sorry, this would
the
be directed
hound
at
here.
Tenzin.
I would have like grabbed
Yeah.
some of the, not like the big rope, but like little twine, and I would like tie them together, you know, and like sing them over, and yeah, I'd have them all.
Love it.
Here you go.
At that moment,
I
Kiku's
grabbed
like,
one. I just wanted that.
Kiku's like, oh, game, not game.
Did you want to play a game, Kiku?
I thought that's what we were doing. That's why I was crunching in the least. But you meant hunting game, like those. And he kind of like turns around and just kind of like shuffles back away.
We can play a game if you want to. We are here resting.
I thought we were to when you guys said the game earlier. I thought you meant like we were playing a game while we were walking. That's why I was jumping in the leaves. But you meant the actual animals as game.
Well, how do
Sorry.
you play the game that you were playing? It's you must jump on certain leaves and not jump on other ones, or
Oh no, I just
Frog.
crunching in the leaves.
Frog.
No, I just realized that the word game was misleading because it has a double meaning, and I just found the other meaning. So that's all.
Oh,
He's like, go just go sit down, pull out a journal, do a little bit of writing.
I love it so much.
Big brain, big brain.
Big brain.
Big brain.
Quietly while he's writing, can Tuyet just go behind him and pick up just a handful of leaves and just crunch them over his head and let him fall?
That's a new one.
Awesome. Game.
We just throw a giant ball like
Yes.
my
She
big
dashes
coat,
out of the. She
my
dashes
big
out of the way.
webs, my big webbed hands contain this giant mass of like.
She just dodges out of the way as fast
I
as
love
she can,
it.
so that maybe it hits somebody else. That would be even better.
oh, it totally hits me because I was making my way over to talk to Kiku and like, oh,
She started it.
is this a game?
I don't know. Tuyet
Yes.
just showed me.
I'm gonna
so
grab
yeah.
some more and I'm gonna look like I'm gonna throw them at Kiku, and then I turn and I throw them at Scratch.
Nice.
Tail poofs, jumps 3 feet in the air. Oh, y'all are getting now.
We are
And-
playing a game.
Leaf Paul party.
I love it.
Tuyet has split it up to a tree and is just sitting there watching the chaos that she
It's-
got.
It's almost
Oh,
this
fair
like.
game now. I'm climbing in the trees after you.
It's almost.
Where I went.
Oh,
I'm
amazing.
sneaky as all get out, boy.
I'm like collecting leaves and
Fair.
almost like charging this like Kamehameha thing. I'm gonna go low, jump, and just throw it down on everybody with like a giant frog leap. Just
There's this just ruckus of leaves and laughter and whatnot as you guys have this little respite as you have some lunch, throwing these leaves around and whatnot. You're able to find a few areas, and you're actually able to uncover more of a deer trail than before. That would be easier to take than winding your way through a bunch of these trees in the woods. As you continue your journey, moving through the rest of the afternoon is definitely less eventful than what you just had. And before you know it, you are needing to camp for the evening, unless you want to push further through.
I don't know. Maybe I am comfortable traveling at night. We just had a rest not too long ago. Is anyone comfortable continuing on, or do we want to stop?
I prefer the night. It's a lot cooler, but also forest beasts, right? Should we be more wary then?
I'm worried about what the corrupted might be out and up to.
I suppose that is true. Tuyet, you are more familiar with the forest. What is your thought on the matter?
I'm thinking, how much would Tuet have moved through the night? I would think unless they were flying, they probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Being smaller.
At least from the forest that you're from. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is not her forest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, she unless I can make all of us very quiet, but if we cannot see, it is not very helpful. I can fly, but you cannot.
Well, perhaps we should call it a night then, yes?
Can Tuyet, she wants to go up as high as she can in the trees.
Yes.
And she'll fly up if I mean, short rest, I think she could have cleared her one stress she has, if I remember.
Yeah.
So she's back to 0. So yeah, sure, she'll take another one just to be able to flit all the way up and just to do 2 things. One, trying to look for a good place, maybe with water if there is anywhere. Not obviously not the river yet, but a stream or something. But also trying to catch on the wind any smell, because the Bumblehums mentioned that they smelled wrong, and so she's kind of latched on to that of maybe seeing if she could scent more on the breeze. So yeah, just
okay. Can you give me an instinct roll, please?
Okay. And I'm gonna burn a hope to use my survivalist on this as well.
Okay.
That what is that? That gives me a +2. Okay. Oof. Well, there's your another fear. Good lord, it's every time I try to fly, immediately it's like, nope. So I guess I'll burn again so I can get down.
Did you roll fear?
Yeah, I rolled a 18 with fear.
Oh, okay. So it's a success.
Yeah, no, it's a success. It's just when with my fairy wings, and you take flight and you can fly until you roll with fear.
Gotcha.
And I have the worst luck of every time I use it. I roll with fear, like within the next roll or something like that.
Gotcha.
So it's one of those things.
Yeah. So I think what happens is you flit up. You're able to kind of, it takes a little bit out of you because it's quite a ways up to be able to look around. You do find this is a very thick part of the forest, but you do find an area relatively close that doesn't necessarily have water, but there is a clearing of some kind. You can see where the trees have parted a bit, and as you begin to move down, you do get like a weird scent from behind you that doesn't feel great. It's not like it's like right behind you, but like some sort of draft of something doesn't smell good up here in the tree.
Okay. She's gonna I'll get another stress to be able to fly still. And flit down and just tell everybody that the direction of what the clearing was, but also on the breeze there is something that seems to be corruption. Wrong. The Bumblehums, they spoke of they smell wrong. So just to know, maybe we watch.
I get my longbow out.
It's not too close. Just it is here.
All right, I put it back, but I keep my hand on my sword.
So
to camp or to... I could not see it. It was just nearby, sort of. I don't know.
I say we make camp, but we stay vigilant. I will take first watch.
Scratch, your head is stuck in one of your heads.
Watch as it is. Yeah.
Issa has been jumping on the top hat just for
It's just slowly just. It's
So
just that.
Yeah.
The Pixar intro.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah. So she'll start flitting ahead. Like you see her and just zooming between the trees towards the clearing she saw.
You're able to find the small clearing, set up camp, cook a little bit of food, and as you are in the midst of cooking this grouse that you had over the fire, the wind whistles through the wood here, whispering to you. It's a lot darker because it's a lot of a thicker wood here, and there's a moment where, other than the wind, things kind of go silent. An animal, sort of like a small mole or rodent, moves past really quickly and out of sight.
I chase it. It's instinct. I can't help it. I'm half asleep and just pounce.
As you run to chase this thing, can I get you guys to move over to roll 20?
Oh, here we go.
You had to chase it.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Guys, we gotta stay away from clearings.
It hit my prey drive. I'm sorry.
Clearings, baby.
We need to stop taking rest. We just push through everything. No more sleep.
No more sleep. Sleep is for the weak. Sleep is for the weak.
Sleep is for the weak. As we move over into this area, you head off, Scratch, to go after this little mole that's trying to book it and run. There's movement up in the tree.
We all see the movement, or is it just
you see a little bit of movement, but again, it is very dark within this area.
Tuyet would have immediately flown up to see what it is, what kind of creature it is.
As you flit up, move up to where this creature is perched, you see a tail of feathers that meets a hind of fur, as it is facing down and away, watching where the mole went. And as you move up, I would like you, let's see here, can you roll me an agility roll, please?
Sure. I am going to
Ooh, not a great roll, but 9 with hope.
9. you sort of move up a little bit, and seeing that this creature is looking down at this mole, you flit up, but like move into a branch. It sort of rustles the trees, and you watch as the creature that is not facing you turns its head back behind while keeping its body facing the way it was, as what turns to
that's creepy.
face you is these wolf-like ears and snout that comes in with these beautiful big owl-like eyes that look at you, and the head turns to you and just goes.
Cool. I will say, for future reference, just so we know, anything I have to do to be silent, I get advantage on for future reference.
Yes.
Because life.
Keep everybody on it, man. I need to tell people what I can do so that hopefully people remind me as well.
No, I'm more saying it because had I known that, I would have said, oh, wait, I get advantage for this. But I thought it was more like they were taking a swipe at me or something, and I was having to like try and dodge or something. That's why I would stop me. I should have asked.
This. Yeah, and we're all figuring it out.
So, you catch this thing. I'm going to, because I have the fear right now, I'm going to make this fear become 2 actions for myself. As it is going to, I'm going to let you move. You're going to have to move this way because that's where you were. Boom, boom. Tuyet.
Sure.
Moving on this way.
I don't know how close I got, but sure, let's go.
There you go, like that. Yep. Cool. So therefore, I'm going to have these 2 actions begin as this wolf owl hybrid begins to look at you. It cocks its head and like lightning fast flips around and is going to like leap off of this branch to try and get you specifically. So
okay.
Let's see.
No.
Yes.
No.
Hey guys, I got a +2 to my evasion over everything else because I'm flying.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 4. Probably not gonna grab him.
Dang.
Tia just kind of does the slow back up and looks at it like.
It's like, boom! It lands down on the ground, and as it lands on the ground, it begins to sort of snarl and growl a little bit, looks out across this campfire light, and this is that second action that it's going to take, is going to move, hopefully, if I can get it to move. Come on, there we go. Waboom. Towards our friends Scratch.
Why is it always you?
Yeah.
Love it. As its wings move